Part 2. Karen and Nathan are enjoying a quiet moment together. But her past isn't so quiet, her ex-husband still looms. Karen starts a conversation with Nathan about her ex-husband. Nathan wonders just how dangerous he might be. Karen begins to share her experiences and concerns. She explains that her ex wasn't violent, but histrionic. His dramatic outbursts came when she rejected him. Recent revelations changed everything for Karen. Weeks before her wedding, she felt something was off. Doubt crept in, prompting her to hire a private investigator. She thought about postponing the wedding. But without proof, how could she explain? The investigator provided the shocking report 2 weeks after the wedding. The findings were undeniable. She wanted out. She presented the divorce documents to her ex. Despite his anger, he signed them. He feared exposure. Now, a year post-divorce, he's stirred up trouble. He discovered that Karen was the sole grandchild. Suddenly, he wants a piece of her financial security. Her attorney called, warning her of his contact. Nathan listens closely, understanding the gravity of the situation. Karen reflects on her ex's unpredictable nature. Nathan cautions her about potential violence. What happens when past relationships bleed into the present? It's vital to stay alert and protect yourself. Remember, understand your history to safeguard your future. Stay informed about risks from previous partners. Do thorough research if you suspect issues in relationships. Being aware can help prevent dangerous situations. If you're facing a similar challenge, prioritize your safety. Consult professionals, such as attorneys or counselors. Take your power back and never hesitate to act. Let your past inform your present, but don't let it control it. For more insights and support, don't forget to subscribe. Share your thoughts below and stay safe out there. As Karen gazes out the window, memories flood her mind, each one carrying the weight of unresolved fears. Nathan's voice breaks through her thoughts, asking gently, "Karen, do you think he'll really try to come after you?" She turns to him, her eyes filled with uncertainty, and replies, "I can't dismiss the possibility." His obsession with control never really faded, even after the divorce. The tension in the room thickens as her words settle in, casting a shadow over what was once a peaceful moment. Nathan instinctively reaches for her hand, a symbol of support amidst the turmoil growing within her. "We'll figure this out together," he assures her. Karen takes a deep breath, her gaze still locked on the horizon, as she contemplates her next words. "You know, the scariest part is that I don't fully understand his motives. One moment, he can seem reasonable, yet when he feels slighted, it's like a switch flips." Nathan nods, processing her words carefully, feeling the weight of her past burdening their present. "It's hard to predict how someone like that will react, and that's what keeps me on edge," she admits, her voice trembling slightly. "I wish I could just erase him from my life completely, but he's always lurking in the shadows." The reality of her situation hangs heavy, as they both become acutely aware of how past relationships can cast long shadows over the future. "Maybe you should think about getting a restraining order," Nathan suggests thoughtfully, his brow furrowing in concern. "I mean, if he's already reached out, it might not be a bad idea to have some legal protection in place." Karen frowns, weighing the implications of his words. "I don't want to escalate things, Nathan, but at the same time, I can't let him dictate how I live my life anymore." Her resolve strengthens as she speaks, a new layer of determination unfurling within her. "I need to take charge of this situation," she continues, her voice steadier now. "It's just that the thought of confronting him again sends chills down my spine. I know it's terrifying, but remember, you've come this far. You're stronger than you think." Karen's heart swells with gratitude for his support, renewing her courage. You're right, she agrees, looking into his eyes. It's time to reclaim my life. With a determined nod, Karen stands up, her posture radiating newfound strength. I'll contact my attorney tomorrow, she states firmly, and lay out a plan to protect myself. This ends now. As she prepares to take this pivotal step, Karen feels a mix of fear and empowerment coursing through her. This is your chance to break free. You deserve to be happy without looking over your shoulder. The weight of his words sinks in, and with every passing second, her determination solidifies. I'm tired of being his victim. I want a future filled with peace, she declares, her eyes shining with resolve. Nathan smiles softly, proud to witness her transformation, eager to walk alongside her into a brighter tomorrow. Karen takes a deep breath, letting the gravity of the situation wash over her. I know I can't just hope he'll go away, she continues, glancing out the window once more, her heart racing at the thought. I need to confront the reality of his obsession and put safeguards in place. Nathan steps closer, anchoring her in the moment. You're not alone in this, he reassures her, his hand resting gently on her shoulder. We'll figure it out step by step. You've already taken the hardest part by deciding to fight back. She nods, appreciating his steadfast support as she contemplates the road ahead. Karen feels the weight of her decision settling in, her breath hitching as her resolve solidifies. I can no longer let fear dictate my choices, and you and I have dreams to fulfill, she asserts, her tone strengthening with each word. Nathan watches her with a mixture of admiration and concern, sensing the gravity of the struggle that still lies ahead. This is a long journey, but you have the strength to face it, he encourages, his voice steadying her nerves. And remember, we're facing it together, one step at a time. She offers him a grateful smile, feeling an anchor of hope amidst the chaos as they prepare to navigate the tumultuous waters of her past. Together, she echoes softly, a bond between them solidifying further. In this moment, with courage replacing fear, Karen knows she is ready to reclaim not just her life, but her sense of self. Karen takes a moment to gather her thoughts, her heart racing as the reality of the confrontation weighs heavily on her mind. I know that my next steps are crucial, she says, her voice trembling slightly, and I can't let my emotions cloud my judgment. I have to stay focused. Nathan nods in understanding, the tension in the room softening as they share this moment of clarity. Think about what you truly want, Karen. What does peace look like for you? He prompts, his voice even and comforting, allowing her to envision a life unencumbered by fear. She closes her eyes momentarily, picturing a future free from the shadows of her past. It looks like a home filled with love, laughter, and silence from his chaos, Karen replies thoughtfully, opening her eyes to reveal a spark of hope within. Nathan smiles, reassured by her clarity. Then let's start working toward that vision right now. Karen, it's essential to outline what your ideal safety measures would look like, Nathan suggests, leaning in with genuine concern. Whether it's a restraining order or additional security, you shouldn't have to compromise your peace. Karen nods, the gears in her mind turning as she considers his words. I think starting with a legal barrier is essential, she agrees slowly, the idea slowly taking shape as a beacon of hope. If I can establish boundaries, perhaps it'll give me some sense of control. Nathan offers an encouraging smile, his eyes reflecting the warmth of her resolve. And we can look into other safety options, too. You have people around you who care. Her heart swells at the thought, and she acknowledges, having that support means the world to me. With each moment spent discussing her plan, Karen can feel the shackles of her past loosening, and she instinctively draws from Nathan's strength. I'm grateful for your encouragement, she admits, her voice tinged with emotion. You help me believe that I can take this back. Karen takes a deep breath, feeling the weight of her decisions pressing down on her shoulders. I know I need to communicate my needs clearly, not just to myself but also to those around me, she muses, the conviction in her voice growing stronger. Nathan leans closer, ready to help her outline actionable steps. It's about protecting your space, Karen, he reminds her, his eyes filled with encouragement. And having a safety plan can give you that powerful sense of control that he always tried to take away. She nods, envisioning the various layers of protection she could implement. I need to reach out to my support network, share my concerns, and let them know what I'm facing, she determines, her heart racing with purpose. Nathan beams with pride at her clarity and resolve. That's the spirit, he affirms, knowing that every step she takes brings her closer to liberation. You deserve to live without fear, to reclaim your life fully. As they discuss the practicalities of creating a support system, a sense of hope begins to replace the lingering shadows of her past. With every action I take, I feel a little lighter, Karen observes, her eyes shining with renewed determination. Together, they forge a plan that emphasizes her safety, affirming her strength and autonomy in the face of adversity. I'll draft a list of everything I need, Karen says with a newfound urgency, jotting down notes on a notepad on the table beside her. From a lawyer's number to a few trusted friends I can call. I want to make sure I have everything at my fingertips. Nathan watches as she begins to organize her thoughts, a sense of pride swelling in his chest. That's the right approach, Karen. Preparation is key, he encourages, leaning in closer. You've already taken so many steps forward today. Just keep building on this momentum. She glances at him, her eyes reflecting the determination of someone unwilling to be defined by her past. This is my life now, and I will fight for it, she asserts, her voice firm. Karen's pen glides across the paper with purpose as she writes, "Clarify boundaries with my ex." A resolute expression crosses her face, the uncertainty of her future slowly replaced by clarity. I need him to know that this behavior won't be tolerated anymore, she states, determination lacing her voice. Nathan leans in closer, his respect for her growing as he sees her resolve solidify. Absolutely. Setting those boundaries is crucial, and you have every right to demand respect, he affirms, reinforcing her newfound assertiveness. The atmosphere shifts, filled with a sense of empowerment as Karen begins to reclaim her narrative. As the conversation flows, a palpable sense of hope envelops the room, signaling a turning point for Karen. Stepping into her power, she embraces the idea of a future unshackled by her past. With Nathan's support, they prepare to face whatever challenges may come, armed with newfound strength and clarity. Together, they are ready to write the next chapter of her life, one where fear no longer holds sway, but courage and determination illuminate the path ahead. Karen's focus shifts as she completes her notes, the ink drying on a page filled with plans and determination. She looks up at Nathan, her heart racing with a mix of fear and excitement, and says, "This is more than just a plan, it's my declaration of independence." The weight of her past still lingers, but now it's tempered with hope and purpose, igniting a fire within her to truly forge her own future without his shadow looming over her. Nathan nods in agreement, his eyes shining with admiration as he sees her transformation unfolding before his very eyes. "You're taking back control, and that's something to celebrate," he encourages, the warmth of his presence steadying her resolve as they share this pivotal moment of empowerment. "Let's also think about a safe place in case he tries to contact you unexpectedly," Nathan suggests, his brow furrowing with concern. "It might be helpful to have a spot where you can go to feel secure, away from any potential confrontation." Karen nods thoughtfully, realizing the importance of being prepared for any scenario. "I could stay at my sister's for a few days if I feel threatened," she muses aloud, considering the steps needed to shield herself from him. Nathan agrees, adding, "That way, you'll have a support system in place that can help you manage your emotions." As they plan, the environment feels charged with possibility, wrapping around them like a protective cocoon. Karen's heart swells with gratitude, knowing that she's not alone on this journey. Having options, knowing I'm not trapped, makes all the difference, she remarks, a spark of confidence igniting within her. Nathan smiles gently, encouraged by her resilience. And as you take these steps, remember to lean on those who care about you. You are deserving of peace and security. Karen takes a deep breath, feeling the weight of stress begin to lift. With your support, I believe I can face anything, she affirms, optimism coloring her voice as plans materialize and a new chapter unfolds before them, rich with hope and determination. As the evening stretches on, Karen turns her thoughts inward, reflecting on the profound changes occurring within her. Every hour I spend planning feels like I'm shedding layers of fear, she admits, her voice filled with newfound lightness. Together, they sit in comfortable silence, knowing that, while the journey will have challenges, Karen's spirit is resilient and ready to embrace whatever comes next. Karen's thoughts swirl like a whirlwind as she contemplates the open doors ahead. You deserve joy and companionship. The atmosphere brightens, infused with the promise of a future unburdened by fear. This is truly a rebirth for me, Karen reflects, feeling the weight of her past begin to dissolve. I am ready to embrace every moment with you. Nathan reaches for her hand, intertwining their fingers. Together, we'll build a beautiful future, one step at a time, he assures her, a shared sense of hope binding them tighter. Nathan affirms, his conviction guiding her. As Karen visualizes that bright future, her gaze shifts to Nathan, gratitude filling her heart for his unwavering support. Thanks for being here for me through all of this, she expresses sincerely. We're not just building a partnership, you're my haven, she adds, her voice brimming with emotion. Nathan squeezes her hand, and I'll always be here, every step of the way. We're in this together. Together, they continue to weave plans infused with hope, ready to confront whatever challenges await them. As their conversation deepens, Karen feels a wave of clarity washing over her. I've realized that investing in myself isn't selfish, it's essential, she states, a new sense of empowerment igniting within her. Nathan nods, recognizing the significance of her realization. Absolutely, prioritizing your well-being will allow you to flourish, he replies, his tone encouraging. Karen's gaze drifts toward the window once more, reflecting on the life she's determined to cultivate. Every moment I invest in self-care and growth is a step away from his hold on me, she muses, her voice filled with purpose. Nathan leans closer, his eyes unwavering, and it's not just about escaping the past, it's about crafting a vibrant future. The room seems to brighten, charged with the positive energy radiating from their shared vision. Yes, I want to embrace everything life has to offer, Karen declares, her tone resolute and unwavering. It's time to reclaim my joy. Karen smiles at Nathan, feeling the warmth of purpose radiate through her. You're right, this journey is about more than just escape. It's about thriving, she asserts, her confidence growing with each word spoken. I want to explore places I've never been, meet new people, and fill my life with experiences that mirror my strength. Nathan's expression lights up at her vision, the plans they have written together, understanding the beauty of her blossoming spirit. A gentle breeze wafts through the open window, carrying the scent of possibility and echoing the hope in their hearts. Karen looks outside, her mind racing with potential adventures. Maybe we'll take the trips we've planned to visit, she adds, her eyes sparkling. Exploring on our own terms will be empowering. Nathan nods enthusiastically, imagining their venture with pride. Absolutely, he encourages, their ambitions intertwining like a beautiful textile of aspirations. Karen takes a deep breath, envisioning their future without constraints, a bright horizon filled with freedom and joy. This is just the beginning of our story, and I'm excited to write it with purpose with you, she concludes, her heart brimming with hope and determination. That's a powerful step. You're taking your life back, one choice at a time. The room vibrates with an air of conviction. Each word symbolizes their commitment to a future untainted by fear. You're turning the page. This is the start of something incredible. I refuse to let fear dictate my life, she says. Nathan smiles, recognizing the fire of transformation within her. That's the right mindset, Karen. The future holds endless possibilities for someone as strong as you. She glances at him and says, now I feel as though I'm equipped to face whatever comes next. Karen reflects, a sense of empowerment coursing through her. How about we go out for dinner tonight? A fresh start deserves a fitting acknowledgement. Are you for that? Karen's eyes light up at the idea, the prospect of a joyous evening bolstering her spirits. That sounds perfect, she exclaims, her heart swells with gratitude. It's time to embrace the joy we deserve, starting now. Together, they rise from the table, ready to step into a future filled with hope, laughter, and possibilities, leaving behind the shadows of the past. As they step outside, the cool evening breeze wraps around them like a comforting embrace. Karen feels lighter, a smile gracing her lips as she glances at Nathan, the satisfaction of reclaiming her life brightening her spirit. This is just the beginning, she whispers, her eyes glistening with hope, ready to embrace everything the future holds. Stepping into the restaurant, they are trying to avoid Karen's ex and his trouble. He sits at the bar, caressing a drink. He turns and sees Karen accompanying Nathan. He gets up and walks towards them. He says, well, I was told that you dine here often. I'm glad you're here. We need to talk. I want you back with me. A cold shiver races down Karen's spine as her ex-husband approaches, his familiar presence stirring a mix of fear and anger. She grips Nathan's hand tighter, her heart pounding as she struggles to maintain her composure. Nathan's protective instincts kick in, and he stands slightly in front of her, ready to confront the man who dared to disrupt their moment. Not tonight, he says firmly, his voice steady as he faces Karen's ex with unwavering confidence. Karen's breath hitches, and she feels a rush of gratitude for Nathan's support, grounding her in the face of uncertainty. Do you really think you can keep her from me? Her ex sneers, eyes narrowing as he steps closer, his tone dripping with disdain. Nathan doesn't falter, his stance resolute, eyes locked on Karen's ex as he responds, she's moved on, and she deserves to live without your interference. The tension escalates, Karen's heart racing as she tries to steady her breathing, knowing the stakes have never felt higher. You have no right to talk to me, she finally asserts, her voice gaining strength, emboldened by Nathan's presence as she stands her ground. Your little act of bravery is amusing, her ex retorts, a twisted smile crawling across his face, the arrogance infuriating Karen. You think you can just erase me from your life? Nathan raises his chin, responding with unwavering confidence, she's not erasing you, she's reclaiming her life, and you have no place in it. Karen feels a rush of empowerment surge within her, fueled by Nathan's unwavering support. Both smile. I won't let you dictate me any longer, she declares, her voice steady cutting through the tension. Her ex's posture shifts slightly, sensing the determination radiating from both of them, yet he leans in closer, voice low and threatening, I'll always be a part of her life, whether she likes it or not. Nathan interjects, stay away from her. This is your final warning. You're outmatched here. The atmosphere hangs heavy with unresolved anger, but in that moment, Karen knows they are united against her past. Is that so? Karen's ex taunts, his eyes flickering with defiance. You really think you can protect her from me? The bitterness in his voice is palpable as he steps even closer. Karen's heart pounds, but she refuses to back down. You don't intimidate me anymore, she asserts. This isn't about intimidation, it's about respecting boundaries, Nathan responds. Karen takes a deep breath and says, you need to understand that your power over me is gone. I'm not afraid of you, she states clearly. Her ex flinches at her words, caught off guard by her newfound strength. You think you've won? He hisses. This isn't over. It is for me, Karen counters, her expression fierce and honest. She steps slightly forward, aligning herself shoulder to shoulder with Nathan as they present a unified front. Go ahead and keep pretending, her ex sneers, crossing his arms defiantly. You're fooling no one but yourself. Karen feels her stomach churn. You're not going to take away my happiness, she replies, her voice steady. Why are you so obsessed with control? Nathan interjects, his voice calm yet forceful. You've lost. Karen can sense her ex's frustration mounting as he struggles to regain dominance in this confrontation. Control? It's about what I deserve. Her ex retaliates, his voice laced with bitterness, refusing to acknowledge his defeat. Karen stands her ground, feeling emboldened, and replies, what you deserve has nothing to do with me or my inheritance. You'll see, I will always be there, lurking. Karen counters, her voice steady and fierce, you've underestimated my strength for too long. No shadow will dim my light. I'm building a life that doesn't include you, nor your chaos. The patrons of the restaurant and bars lean in, intrigued by the escalating confrontation. One of them steps forward and says sternly, stop or take it elsewhere. Embarrassed, well, good luck with him, Karen, her ex scoffs. You think you're so clever. Her ex takes a step back, the uncertainty swirling in his eyes giving way to a desperate mask of defiance. This isn't over, you'll see, he hisses. It's been over for quite some time, she responds, her voice steady and resolute, embodying the freedom she's fought so hard to reclaim. As he turns to leave, Karen feels Nathan's reassuring presence beside her, solidifying her victory in this moment. The atmosphere in the restaurant vibrates with the intensity of their confrontation, and Karen takes a bold step forward, driven by a fierce sense of ownership over her narrative. Never in your miserable life attempt to contact me. I'm getting a restraining order against you. Her ex remains silent. Nathan stands firm beside her as a quiet strength. Karen's ex narrows his eyes, frustration seeping into his smug demeanor. You really think you're going to pull this off? He taunts, his voice dripping with condescension. I'll make sure you remember me, 50% of everything belongs to me or else. The more you try to control me by your demands, the more you reveal your avariciousness. You will not receive 10-1 in my inheritance, she states confidently. You're a fool if you think I'll just disappear, her ex snarls. Your optimism is amusing. Karen, fueled by determination, steps closer while locking eyes with him, the fear from earlier falling away. The patrons around them watch closely as a battle for autonomy unfolds before their eyes. Nathan leans in closer, ready to support her through every moment. Let it go, he advises softly yet firmly, for your own sake. The room seems to hold its breath, captivated by the intensity. I've fought too hard to let you back in. Her ex's bravado wavers slightly, witnessing the fire of determination igniting within her, yet he lashes out, you'll regret this moment. Karen stands taller, laughter escaping as she responds, no, I'll celebrate it every day. This is my story, and you hold no pen. The tension breaks, and she feels lighter, distinct from the shadows of her past. Her ex falters for a moment, anger flickering in his eyes as he retorts, you can't just walk away from what we had. Karen's resolve hardens. What we had are my inheritance. With each declaration, she feels lighter, the shadows of her past slowly dissipating into the air, replaced by the undeniable strength of her present. Karen's ex, feeling the weight of her words, hesitates, but quickly regains his bravado. You think you can just erase me from your life? I'll make sure you regret that, he threatens, desperation seeping into his tone. Nathan remains steadfast beside her, ready to defend against the storm brewing in her ex's eyes. Regret is not an option for me anymore, Karen states firmly, her heart racing with the surge of determination. This is about my future, one that doesn't involve you. Her ex scoffs, crossing his arms defiantly, but Karen can see the flicker of uncertainty that has taken hold. You'll never be able to control my happiness again, she asserts, taking a step forward, emboldened by Nathan's unwavering support. The tension in the bar thickens as onlookers lean in, captivated by the confrontation. You're already lost, and you know it, Nathan adds, his voice steady and calming, reinforcing Karen's resolve. She's not your pawn anymore. The spiderweb of fear that once tied her to her ex begins to unravel, and in this moment, Karen realizes the true weight of her strength, one built from moments of darkness turned into light. Each heartbeat echoes with the affirmation of her choice, a declaration that this chapter is entirely hers to write. Do you really think this can end well for you? Her ex taunts, a smirk playing at the corners of his mouth, but it only fuels Karen's resolve. This ends on my terms, Karen asserts, her voice clear and unwavering as she steps closer to his personal space, emboldened by Nathan's presence. Karen feels the vibrating anticipation in the air, knowing she has finally stepped into her own power. I refuse to let the past dictate my future, she declares, her voice resonating with clarity and conviction. With every breath I take, I am forging a path of freedom where you have no place. Her ex looks at her, nods, and says, I had to try. Karen replies, you knew you wouldn't win, so why waste your time? She holds Nathan and kisses him.